All right. Hey guys, my name is Ashley Kirkwood with the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. Really excited to be here with you today and to talk to you a little bit about the tool that you need as a speaker and an entrepreneur that will really dramatically transform your business. And that tool is a CRM, okay? A CRM. And during this really quick episode, I'm going to be telling you all how I utilize my CRM, and then what you need to look for when choosing your own, okay? And I'll tell you the CRM that I use as well. And I haven't really tried too many other ones, but I'll tell you the CRM that I use. So let's just dive right in, okay? Because we have a lot of information to get through, and we're going to make this episode under 15 minutes. If you have any questions about a CRM, please do drop them in the chat. If you happen to be watching this live in our private Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group, or questions, let me know. If you're listening to this, you have to email your questions in advance and email your topic suggestions in advance to hello@ashleynicolekirkwood.com. Also, shout out to all of you leaving us reviews on Apple Podcasts. You have to do it in the Apple Podcast app. I can't send you a link. But you could do it in the Apple Podcast app. So please, wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast, give us a review. All right, into the information. So I'm preparing the content for Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2021, and I'm realizing that one of the things that we need is to ensure that you all understand the proper use of a CRM, a tool that actually helps you to manage your clients and pitch your clients. So CRMs they are critically important, and I'm going to tell you why. First off, what is a CRM? A CRM is a client relationship management tool. That is what it is. It helps you manage all of your clients and where they are in the deal stages. Now, I have a sales background, so typically when we say deal stages, we mean, are they a lead? And if they are a lead, are they a cold lead, meaning they've never heard of you before? Are they a warm lead, meaning they have some interaction with you before? Or are they a referral source? Those can also be considered warm leads. But whatever your stages are in the sales process, this tool should help you track that. So for us, it goes from cold lead to warm lead to someone who's booked a call, right? They book a call with us. After the call, we typically send them a proposal. When they accept the proposal, they get a contract. If they sign the contract, they're a client. Then they pay their invoice. You know what I mean? So where does your client fall on that process? You can track all that in your client relationship management tool. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you all. I'm okay, you know what I mean, with tracking all the deal stages in my CRM. But what I really use my CRM for, and I utilize HubSpot, is for pitching clients. And this is something that literally everyone I've worked with that consistently pitches makes money, period. Lots of people I work with that don't consistently pitch sometimes make money. And people who never pitch and have no warm inbound leads coming in don't make money. So if you want to know, what's the secret to landing 5- and 6-figure contracts, to landing paid speaking engagements in generally, the secret is taking action, right? And when I say taking action, very specifically, I mean consistently asking people to work with you. What I think entrepreneurs love to do, and myself included, right? I love the planning sessions, right? So I love when my team and I get together and we're planning out all of the fabulous things that we're going to do for our clients. And we're planning out how we're going to help our clients. And we're planning how much money we're going to make and how many clients that money represents. All that stuff is great. The needle does not move, however, until you pitch clients. So the reason I love my CRM, HubSpot, is because, and I don't get any, this is not a sponsored post, right? They should be sponsoring Speak Your Way to Cash Live. And if they're not, and you own a CRM and you think that you have a system that could work even better, then I invite you to be a sponsor of Speak Your Way to Cash Live, because my attendees are always looking for amazing CRMs. So anyways, the reason I like the one that I use isn't because of, it is for a very specific and simple reason. I can go into this tool, I can set up email sequences, and I can easily pitch hundreds of people that I need to pitch quickly. So via this CRM, and then what I really like about it is like if I send out, I call them campaigns, email campaigns, right? If I send out a campaign pitching colleges in a particular area, and I always, do some customization, let them know who I am, etc. I can track how many people open it, how many people view it, what links they click within it. I can easily update those links, and I can see, okay, my email open rate is 80%. I just ran a campaign and the open rate was like 91%. Bomb. The average open rate is so much lower than that. I think it's under 10% on average for most marketers. But what we've done at Speak Your Way to Cash is we have really sat down and thought about, okay, out of the thousands of campaigns that you've run, thousands of companies that you've pitched, which email sequences work best? What should you be saying? Who should you be talking to? How can you best serve these people? And how can you connect with them on a human to human level in a way that they feel good about the entire process? And they don't leave, whether they work with you or not, feeling like feeling bad, right? Because that's really important to me and my reputation moving forward. So you got to have a CRM. I personally use it for pitching. And when I say email sequences, let me tell you what I mean. Yes, thank you. 91% is awesome. Let me tell you what I mean by that. And not only the open rate is high, our response rate is relatively high as well, way above average. So what I will say, the response rate is really important. The open rate is really important. But I don't just like that I can send out those email sequences. I love that they will give me the data on the sequences so that I can tell what's going wrong. And I've talked about this before, but some people don't think email marketing works or cold emailing works. And it's because they don't have any data to back up what's not working about it. So if I send you an email right now, or if you're listening to this and you're like, okay, what should I be thinking about when putting together my campaigns and thinking about pitching people? If I send out an email pitch or a campaign to CEOs of companies with less than 50 employees, and 91% of them open it and 0% of them respond, what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that my subject line was good enough for them to open the email. They were intrigued or interested in some way in the subject line, not in the underlying service that I'm selling. Okay, that's an important part. But then once they open the email, the text of the email was either A, too long, B, not interesting, or 3, it was formatted wrong. Or it could mean that there was like some issue. Like if you put a lot of images and stuff in your email, it could be that they opened it, they couldn't see it for whatever reason. So there was a technical error. But you have to figure out, of those 4 things, and there could be others, what was it that made them open but didn't make them move forward? And the way that you need to think about this is like this. If someone opens an email that you give them, or they look at a message that you give them, they are intrigued. It doesn't mean they're going to buy. It doesn't mean they're intrigued in you. It just means they're intrigued by something. It could have just been the subject line. But if they open the email and no one responds, then that's a bad sign. You could be sending it to the wrong person. They could not even know what your email's about, which is why it's not just about getting the tech. I think that for business owners who are relatively successful in business, it's really easy for us to buy things because we've made some money in business. So at the point that you have, I remember when I made my first $200,000 in my company, I was like, yes, this is great. Now I can invest in myself. Like I was that person. I was like, now I can invest in myself. And what I found was that I would be super excited to invest in myself. But if I didn't utilize the thing that I invested in, I got nothing from it. So it's not enough for you to buy a customer relationship management tool. You have to know how to utilize it such that you're getting the results that you want to get. So this stuff is critical. So I want you to tag an entrepreneur, a speaker, or anyone else who uses email marketing, because this is like a mini masterclass. So if they open the email, they're somewhat intrigued. Now, here's the second thing that I look at. This is the other data that my CRM gives me that I look at. If I have any links in that email, I can track not only that they clicked the link, but that they opened what I sent them and how long they viewed it. And there's a setting that I can have where, like, if they forward it to someone else, I can see who else they forwarded it to and if they opened it and how long that person viewed it. So there's some settings you can do. And this is if you're like attaching a PDF. Recently, my most recent campaign was for sponsors for Speak Your Way to Cash Live. And let me tell you, people are excited to sponsor this event because I have all the data on our customers. The Speak Your Way to Cash family is dope, ready to go, smart, intelligent, brilliant. Y'all know who y'all are. Come on now. Who wouldn't want to sponsor an event where we going to be at? So, like, people are really excited to sponsor it. But one of the things that I would look at in following up was, like, did they see it? Did they forward it? Who did they forward it to? And how long did they spend looking at it? Because that was really important to me as well in prepping for my sales calls. So you've got to have this data on point. Now, the other big thing that I want you to think about when you're thinking about your CRM and you're setting up these messages to send out to people who you want to do business with you, the format of the message is critically important. This is something that a lot of people miss, and I know a lot of people miss it because I get emails that are formatted horribly. And I'm not talking about spelling and grammar. I'm literally talking about how the email looks visually and how quickly it allows me to respond without reading the whole email. Let me be very clear. Do you format your emails in a way that I, as a busy CEO, can skim it, make an informed response, and or send it to the member of my team that needs to get it and respond quickly? If not, you're not going to get a response. Because here's what happens. And you need to really put yourself in the seat of the buyer. If you're sending out messages to busy CEOs and you want them to respond to your email, what they're thinking is like, how quickly can I respond to this? So when you format your email, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this tip. Make sure you have bullets. The last sentence should be exactly what you need them to have. Like, do you mind booking a call? ? And make it as easy as possible to get the yes. So, like, can you book a call Tuesday at 11 a.m.? Put that in bold, make it last, whatever bullet points you want them to look at, put them in bullets. If there's a word or a phrase or something really critical, make sure that's highlighted or underlined. Like, literally assume they're going to look at your email for 3 seconds. Okay. So we've covered a lot. 1, you need a CRM. 2, we've covered the data that you need to look at in order to see whether your email campaigns are working to your corporate or collegiate clients. And then 3, you want to analyze the data and use that information to make better campaigns in the future. So this was a quick one because I wanted to get this in and get this out. But if this was good information, please do share it, utilize it, and then join me at Speak Your Way to Cash Live. If you thought the last 13 minutes were good, then imagine what it would be like to have me coach you in your business for 3 days, because we just got busy in 13 minutes. So I want to see you there. Go to speakyourwaytocash.com/event and I will see you there. All right. So you all have an awesome day. Please share this far and wide, and I'll see you guys in November.